morning BS News. I'm your host, Dunkelbot, and today we're going to be talking about a traffic accident that happened last night involving a truck and a motorcycle that had no severe injuries. We have gotten in contact with the people involved in this accident and we have sent our reporters over to interview them about what happened last night. Before we get into that, I would first like to talk about traffic accidents as a whole in Cambodia, as they shouldn't be that much of a problem anymore. Cambodia has had a huge increase in traffic accidents over the recent years. Not only have they been even more frequent than before, but they have been more severe than before. Just only 3 months ago, there was a traffic accident at National Road number 5, where a pickup truck was supposed to stop at a red light, but the driver was supposedly drunk, and instead of hitting on the brakes, he hit on the accelerate pedal, which caused his car to ram into multiple motos and cars ahead of him, and it left many injured and multiple deaths. This is one of the more major traffic accidents that happened just this year. But today's story, we'll be talking about a traffic accident that happened at Road 271, involving 2 people and 1 truck driver. We have sent our reporter to go and interview the people who were involved in the traffic accident that happened last night, and we will now be cutting to them right now. So, what happened last night, sir?
So I was on my way to my friend's house with my dad on a scooter. And keep in mind, this was around 9 p.m. at night. So whilst on our way there, we had to make a U-turn, and in the distance we saw a truck pretty big, and it was coming pretty fast as well. And next to the truck was a motorcycle. The motorcycle was trying to overtake that truck, which it did. But the truck driver was caught off guard, so then he tried to avoid the motorcycle, and it suddenly turned into us instead. And then next thing I knew, I was laying on the ground, unable to move. Thankfully, bypassers helped us and picked our stuff up to the side, and neighboring houses gave us medicine. Right after that, the truck driver got off his truck and they came to talk to us and apologized for his mistake. And then after a few back and forths, we finally came to an agreement to pay back all the damages, to pay back for the hospital bills and other minor injuries and casualties.
So how did this affect you overall, sir?
After that crash, I've been scared. I've been unable to drive on the main roads, like for example Street 271 here properly. I've been unable to go as quickly as I used to, and now to get to my locations, I basically just take the smaller roads. And I've been way more cautious of things like this happening ever again.
So how do you think other people could avoid what just happened to you last night?
I think to avoid it is, if you're driving late at night, be really cautious of your surroundings, especially these big trucks, because they're everywhere at night. But my best advice is just not drive at night. Don't drink while driving, just be really cautious. Drive slow, take it slow.
So sir, what happened last night? So at that time, I was delivering packages from Vietnam to Cambodia, and it was late at night, and I admit I was a bit sleepy, and my colleague was already fast asleep right next to me. And there was a moto right next to the truck, and if you're in the moto, of course you can't see the moto, it's very small. And when the moto made a turn, it startled me, so I tried to dodge it, and then I ended up crashing into another moto ahead of me. So I got off the truck and went to apologize and talked it out with them, and I agreed to pay for their damage and other things alongside it. So the story was that the father and the son were on their way to a friend's house. When they were about to make a U-turn, there was a motorcycle and a truck. The motorcycle was going fast and was trying to dodge the truck. And when the truck also tried to dodge the motorcycle, it happened to hit the father and the son's motorcycle, which caused them to crash and ended up damaging the motorcycle very heavily and leaving both the father and the son injured. This points back to when I was talking about traffic accidents being more frequent in Cambodia. There are multiple factors to this, not only one. There are factors such as allowing young people to drive without a driver's license, driving at night, drinking and driving, and multiple other factors. But the factor we saw in this traffic accident was that the truck driver was driving late at night and he was sleepy, which he should have not been driving at night if he was sleepy. But he still proceeded to, and look where that ended up. There are multiple ways to avoid this. So, when you are out in the roads, please think for yourself and drive safely. That is all for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.